welcome my Cancerian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and cross watchers. Welcome to your 5-card draw. What do I need read for this new moon in Scorpio to full moon in Taurus, October into November 2022. I am your reader, Mark Angelo Lyons, Mal for short. They are my initials. My mother named me. She's a Cancer sun sign. I'm also a professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Production since 1998. At Samhain, it'll be 24 and a half years. How exciting pour moi. I'm also the author of Words of Grace, from a professional witch, available on Kindle. There is a link in the description box, and you can preview it for free if you like, and see the dedication in the book to my Cancerian sun sign mother, which is just heartwarming every time I read it. So go check it out, because I'm also a creator on Patreon. I am one busy witch. Lovely subscription platform for the creative types like myself, mystical artist that I am. Right now we've got the subscription levels called Humans, Heroes, Angels, Witches, Immortals, and Gods, Goddesses, adding Watcher and Mystic in November, because it'll be my 1-year anniversary on Patreon. Loving it there a lot. I live stream every morning in an unlisted YouTube live stream link, so my patrons can chat with me while I'm sitting on the couch in my bathrobe with a cup of coffee, hair doing what it's going to do. They get the unvarnished first thing in the morning, talking about the astrological weather of the day, the magical applications and spiritual implications. Always ending with a prayer, a blessing. All of my subscribers get that. All of my subscribers also have access to all of the extended readings, the part 2s that you find, part 1s on YouTube. All levels get that, as well as we have been recording Zoom classes there. We've done 2 so far. They're really great, and we're going to branch out into other areas, and it's recorded so that if my patrons can't make it on the day or the night, they can watch it back later. I love it there so much. I highly recommend it for my artist, my cardinal water, creative water friends out there. So if you're looking for a little deeper experience, more magic, more miracles, more mysticism, more Mal, come Patreon on Patreon with the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons, that most people just call Mal. Hey, my crab cakes, my crablets, I hope you are well. These are my favorite reads. This series, the 5-card draw. It's waxing moon. We'll talk about it. So let's get down to biz. If you are new to the channel, a 5-card draw is just one card from 5 different decks, getting you clues, tips, and hints about a specific astrological timeline. In this case, a waxing moon from a beautiful new to full October into November 2022. These 5 decks also represent the 5 magical elements: fire, earth, air, water, and spirit, in that order, to help you tune, align, clarify your intentions to cast for if you're doing magic, to visualize and all that if you're doing law of attraction. Go stare at a vision board. You do you. You're cardinal water. You just got to feel it. Just don't stare at it. Whatever your process is of taking inspiration down into manifestation, 8th chakra to root chakra, however you want to say it, that's what we're here to do. So let's look at the timeline. New moon in Scorpio on a Tuesday. Tuesday is the day of Mars. Scorpio used to be ruled by Mars before they discovered the planet Pluto. So that's a very intense day. Money, sex, power, other people's resources, human resources, all sorts of resources. There's so much. Very second chakra dynamic. Ruled by the genitals, Scorpio. I think you get planting a Scorpio seed on a Tuesday, and that goes down at 6:49 a.m., and it is also a partial eclipse. So I'm going to say that should be an interesting day. But what a day to plant a seed for Scorpio, because then you get to watch it grow and evolve and expand and manifest step by step over 2 weeks to the full moon in Taurus, November 8th, 6:02 a.m. Eastern Time. I am in New York, and it is a total lunar eclipse, so a Tuesday to a Tuesday. Oh, and the day before it, because I have it written down here, the actual astrological cross quarter of Samhain, when Drawing the Circle will be 24 and a half years old, is the day before that, November 7th. You're looking at when the sun is 15 degrees Scorpio. That's the astrological cross quarter for my pagans, my witchy people, and otherwise. So, it is a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Check the other signs, because your sun, moon, rising, Venus sign is going to have different take on maybe the same timeline, right? Different ways of entry, if you like, different POVs. Or you could have 4 different but interconnected seeds to plant, so to speak. So, both feet on the floor if you can, including the cross watcher. You do this, you apply this to yourself holographically, you're helping the Cancerian you're cross-watching for, as well as the entire Cancerian collective. So that's why both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath, if you will. Be here now, because I will do the best that I can to help you get the clarity, guidance, and grace to manifest your heart's desire, your element of fire, the first card down. Because your heart's desire is part of a much larger plan that there's no way the human mind could even imagine or conceive, the intricacy yet the simplicity of the ineffable great plan. If you want to Terry Pratchett, Neil Gaiman, Good Omens, is that the ineffable great plan? It's one of my favorite lines in any book ever. Yeah, because as you do that, you're manifesting your heart's desire. You're helping everybody else do the same. So let's see what seeds you're planting. Please take a nice deep breath, my crab cakes. I love you. Still point. And here we go, using the magical spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. I call upon the ancestors of magic, miracles, and mysticism. Excuse me. For the Cancerian collective, something stuck in somebody's craw. The Cancerian collective, sun, moon, rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers watching this video, receiving this reading, beloved ancestors. What is the spell fragment from the magical spell cards to help them fine-tune and refine their element of fire, what they yearn for, what they burn for, what their hearts desire, with that cardinal creative heart of theirs. This beautiful, beautiful October, November 2022. Trust. Prince, the Batman album, anybody? Trust. Oh, I miss him. Not that he's not in my orbit every now and again. I am safe, I am secure. In love, I trust, my faith endures. Now talk about something you want to plant a seed for and develop gradually. I'm not into blind faith. Oh, perfect love and perfect trust of the gods and the archangels alone. Everybody else has bad days, but, you know, to trust in love, you got to define that, right? Is love with another human being, right? Love of the divine. Yeah, I could feel the phlegm coming up for Cancerians all throughout the collective, and even some cough watchers, right? Oh my God, trust? I have to develop trust. Look, in thine own self be true. Acknowledging that you don't trust is being authentic, even if you don't tell anybody, right? And to give that love, can you trust that, allowing that piece of yourself? Because it's never about what's really going on in the present moment. That's just a trigger. How many lifetimes? How many lifetimes have we had trust issues, right? Back to cave people, right? So if you can heal this a little bit within yourself, you're healing it in everybody, but particularly the Cancerian collective cross watchers. So let's see how to ground that with the Crystal Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno. I adore this deck. If you have the crystal indicated, like who's this? Pyrite, like let's say you get pyrite and you have it fool's gold, then use it if you want to as a magical carrier. Like, so, you know, you cast a spell, you hold on to the rock, but you could use anything. Clear quartz does everything. A piece of jewelry, a rock from the garden, who knows? You do you, but it's the fuel that feeds the fire to help manifest that heart's desire. So let's ask Archangel Ariel, my personal archangelic lineage. Please take a nice deep breath. Look her up. You'll see what I mean. Still point. As I call upon my beloved Archangel Ariel, my beloved, my favorite, my higher self collective, the Archangel Ariel, one of the archangels of the north, powers of earth, hence the Crystal oracle, please. What is your oracle? Whether or not they have the stone or want to use a carrier, a touchstone, whatever, what have you got for them for the element of earth? The fuel to feed, the fire to ground and manifest their heart's desire this beautiful, beautiful October, November 2022. Ooh, carnelian. I like carnelian. Definitely a creativity stone, a second chakra stone, orange, just that, right? But known centuries, millennia in the East for all sorts of stuff. Carnelian, I mean, sexuality, creativity, finances, right? But let's see what Mr. Salerno has to say, because I love his work. I do. I have a number of his oracles. Blue Angel Publishing. I swear, if I was ever going to make a deck, I would collab with them. Absolutely. I love their work. Where are we? Carnelian, paging, carnelian. There's a lot in this one. Healing, right? General. Creativity, like I said. Energy, calmness. So that calm energy can be very Cancerian. Grounding and stability. So with trust, right? Isn't that what you want, right? You want to heal your trust. You want to heal your creativity in that process with a calm energy with grounding and stability. I mean, all of that kind of feels like it's in the trust wheelhouse. This wonderful crystal offers you protection and healing. It will help dissolve the sadness you have recently experienced, as well as calm your thoughts and ease any anxiety. Let's stick a pin in that. So look, we're coming out of the waning moon at the time of this recording. So if in the past 2 weeks you've been feeling moody, know that chances are you have some empathic skill, acknowledged or not, and feeling the energies of people around you. I don't mean just sometimes the people around you. Like when you're feeling sad, if you can remember this helps me a lot. Ask your guides, your soul, your spirit, whatever, how many people on the planet are feeling this right now? And usually it's in the billions, right? I think we got 7.8 billion people on the planet. I'm a Pisces moon. This is why I do this. I'm Virgo. I find a way. I will find a way, right? So keep that in mind. It's personal because you're feeling it, but it's also impersonal because it's collective if you are doing the empath thing. Where did we leave off? Carnelian will also help you express your emotions and stimulate your creativity. Cancer, cardinal water, creative water. You are encouraged to take up a creative pursuit or hobby at this time. Lillian Carter, filmmaker, choreographer, dancer, I think is a dear friend of mine, my friend from high school. Hey, Lil. Start to express yourself in whatever way you choose without judgment. Working with color will be especially helpful at the moment, for color can also be helpful to stabilize and heal your emotions. So let's talk about this. Just using my friend Lil as an example. Hey, Lil. Love you, my queen. She's a dancer, filmmaker, whatever. So for her to dabble in watercolors, that she knows it's more about the process of what comes out of her than what she can sell it for a product. Right? Because art, creativity, whoa, are you monetized? Yeah, right? It's a healing thing. Art is way more ancient than money. Ooh, that was good. Write that one down. In a process of healing your emotions, to be creative with the emotions rather than destructive. Over the coming days, you will begin to feel a renewed sense of peace, joy, and wonderment for life. Give thanks for the wondrous blessings you are receiving. So to give thanks before you have received physically is kind of ancient. It's scriptural. It's in the Bible and elsewhere. Go look. In other words, neither I did Mr. Salerno made that up today. Right? That's the tea, and I've learned to bookmark that page when it's a lot of words. So, this makes sense, right? What a great way to ground this trust, right? Is to put it into your creativity in a way that brings calm and clarity. A great way to express the emotions. Creative cardinal water instead of destructive water. Let's look at the element air. You condense air, you get water. It's just how it works. H2O. Please don't make me do math. The healing with the angels oracle. 2 ways to do this. Usually both are connected. One is whatever the words are, I'm telling you, look it up, Google the word, look at the ancient meanings. Perfect example, the word gorgeous. Oh my God, that's so gorgeous. It's from the ancient French. I didn't even know there was an ancient French. Ancient French for elegant. Now, is everything we consider gorgeous elegant? You see? So sometimes that gives you the mental piece of the puzzle that makes it specific to you. It's happened to me so many times I actually bust out laughing. Oh, the thing about St. Mark, the Lion of St. Mark the other day, that blew my mind. And Lil, you triggered that. So let's look at the element of air. Oh, the second part of it. These are healing angels. They only come when you call. They don't show up on your door unannounced, right? You got to invite them in like vampires, except they give me way more than they take because they're healing angels. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call upon the angels and archangels of water, the sign of Cancer, powers of the West, please, the Gabrielite legions, the angels of healing waters, one card in clarity, please, for the Cancerian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Signs, and Cross Watchers. Yeah, I'm going to sit back and relax for this one. Watching this video and receiving this reading, leave the card in my hand for the element of air that stokes the fire, what they yearn for, what they burn for, what their heart's desire. Maybe it's even just trusting whatever heart's desire they have because they have been foiled in the past, as have we all, with that carnelian, that creativity, that calm, that healing, right? So important, that way of expressing their creativity. Because they've been working on this for a while. And so what is the element of air to help that along? Stoke that fire, manifest their heart's desire, this beautiful and beautiful October, November 2022, spiritual growth. It can be delayed but not prevented. And when you delay, it repeats, right? Lather, rinse, repeat, right? Still, what would the healing angels of spiritual growth do? Because just the word spiritual growth probably means as many different things as there are to as many people, like in that. So, meditating on that, but, cogitating it, not just like, that's fine, but, to really go into it. And then consider mentally what the healing angels of spiritual growth do, right? It's like, what a plumber does more or less, right? A carpenter, they carpent. But what would the healing angels of spiritual growth do in terms of your trust in love you trust? How about a spiritual, divine love that transcends anything else you've ever known in this or any other lifetime? Unless maybe you were a mystic or something, where that was the gig, because it is. I just get to be a mystic without a monastery. Well, except I have a brown bathrobe and wear slippers and cords and pray. So, yeah, I guess you can take the monk out of the monastery, but you can't take the monastery out of the monk. Past life, schmass life, 1, 2, 3. Let's look at your element, the element of water, with the whispers of love. Oracle. This is Alana Hartfield, Atlanta Fairchild. I always get them confused because it's the same publishing and their names are a little too similar to remember on camera for some stupid reason. The element of water, right? You condense air, you get water. So what is the emotional part of this? The love part of it. It's the whisper of love, not the whisper of consternation, please. Please take Whispers of Consternation by Mark Angelo, Lyons Mel for short. The higher selves of all involved. Please take a nice deep breath. It's a call upon the higher selves of all involved. 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above. What is the whisper of love for the Cancerian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Signs, and Cross Watchers, for all involved? For some people, there are a lot of people involved in this. Please, what is the piece of information, inspiration, insight needed for the element of water? The energy in motion that we experience as emotion, as immortal divine beings on hero's journeys in human bodies, so that they can manifest and put some oomph into this intention, their element of fire, their heart's desire of trust, with the creativity, calm, all of that, carnelian healing, with the healing angels of spiritual growth, this beautiful, beautiful October, November 2022. Be authentic to who you are. Authenticity is key. Look, if we don't want like corruption, lies, illusions, deceptions, and delusions in our world, particularly political or otherwise, politics is more than just... politics is a big word. Look up the origins of that. It's a bit of a mind blower. So we have to be that, right? Be the peace you wish to see in the world. Be the authenticity. Be authentic to who you are. You're being asked to be real and true pertaining to who you are and what you want. And you can do that through art first. Well, art, creativity. It's not all fine arts and prefers culinary arts, right? There's all these different ways to do that. In order to build trust, right? Little by little. The magical arts, the mystical arts, obviously, is my gig. As well as apparently I know how to do my hair, my makeup, my clothes, set up cameras, and edit. But divination certainly is one of my spiritual arts. So, of course, the spiritual growth here. Be authentic to your spirit. Will you compromise your spirit or not, right? Just one example. I like this for you. I like that that's your element of water. Because it does say be emotionally authentic with yourself. Didn't we say that before? Yeah, with trust. It's like, I don't trust this. Okay, well, be authentic about that. You don't gotta beat yourself up for it, because often that is intuition, a little golden nugget of intuition covered in a thin veneer of so you know what I mean, right? Remember, I was raised by Cancerian. So let's get our last card down here. The Healing Mantra deck by Matt Kahn, the card of spirit. To charge it, right? The electricity, whatever, the chi, the prana, to send through this thing with a mantra. So you get yourself a carnelian, you cast for trust, call in the spiritual growth angels, and you be authentic to who you are, how you feel, and what you want, and then you chant this puppy a little bit every day with the rock or said carry or none at all. And plant that seed for Scorpio. Please take a nice deep breath. You water signs. Still point. As I call upon the Ascended Masters of Trust, because I didn't even know you existed till about 3 seconds ago, but it do make sense. Please, beloved Ascended Masters of Trust, one card in clarity for the Cancerian Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Sign, and Crosswatcher, particularly because we're talking about spiritual growth here, and that's huge. Alchemizing trust, what we trust in, who we trust in. The perfect healing mantra, please, the card of spirit for the Cancerian Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Signs, and Crosswatchers, so they can manifest that trust, their heart's desire, or trust in their heart's desire, however they're playing that one, with that carnelian vibe, calm, creative, healing, right? Totally expressing their emotions in more creative, healthy ways. With spiritual growth, which would be very helpful, because a lot of shadow work can go down with that, right? A lot of old patterns, emotional, biochemical stuff trapped in our cells from, you know, our ancestors can be coming up. So for the healing angels of spiritual growth to be with them mentally and particularly to guide them to the link, the book, the teacher, the prayer, the meditation, whatever it is that they need for their spiritual growth, for them to be authentic about who they are and how they feel and what they want, their heart's desire, even if they don't believe it's possible at all. No, not in this life. As much as I wanted, I gave up on it. Well, I don't think it's given up on you. So please, Ascended Masters of Trust, the perfect healing mantra for the Cancerian Collective, Sun, Rising, Venus, Suns, and Crosswatchers. This beautiful October, November 2022. Asking for angelic support. This fucker works. I'm not kidding you. Ready? Ready for the words? My angels respond when I am open and authentic. You got the word. Spelt exactly the same, not authenticity. Authentic about how I feel. Well, I can't think of a more Cancerian read, right? To trust the process alone, right? With the creativity, the healing, the calmness, expressing yourself, right? Healing angels and spiritual growth, being authentic as you go, and asking for angelic support. And look, the word angel, look that one up. It means messenger of light or messenger of truth. It is Hebrew, but the angels belong to everybody. They're celestial. They don't care about your political leaning or your gender preference or melanin. None of that. They are us. It's a long story. So let me read you from the Bookie Book, because that's a shorter story, and asking for angelic support. I work this one all the time, and sometimes just rocking back and forth. Tears in my eyes, tears of emotional healing, washing away the mascara, which does save time. Asking for angelic support. My angels respond when I am open and authentic about how I feel. And you can yell at them. They're totally cool. They're just watching the movie. We're in it. When asking for angelic support, you are requesting solutions from a higher realm of consciousness. There are 12 overtones and 12 dimensions. That's 144 channels. Yeah, you want something. There's always a higher truth. Such a realm of consciousness works in accordance with free will, which means you have the choice to do this or not, to help you face your experiences instead of helping you avoid them. Confrontation. I see the trust needed for that, particularly the trust in the angels. Rather than believe the cause of your feelings must be changed or eliminated, it is essential to ask your angels for better ways of viewing the feelings that keep getting triggered. And that's the thing. Triggers are healing devices. I hate to say it, but it's true. I know it sucks. You can cancel me if you like. But I study and practice Ho'oponopono. If you're familiar, look it up. H-O'-P-O-N-O-P-O-N-O. It's a Hawaiian. I study with Dr. Len. Yeah. So, the even Course in Miracles says, look, you cannot, the gods, I make it pagan, the gods cannot heal what we will not acknowledge, right? So this is a way of at least being authentic with that and asking for help. Because each trigger represents a healing, you are more likely to feel the presence of your angels when asking for their help to face your most difficult emotions. In order to access angelic assistance, it is important to be with your feelings so your angels know where support and need is most. And I was like, okay, well, I have a feeling I don't want to feel, and it's upstairs in the second bedroom. Could you? No, you have to be in it. You got to feel it to heal it. Believe me, I wish it was different. I'm a Pisces moon, trust me. And again, this could be healing the collective. It always is, whether we're aware of it or not. A miracle affects people, places, and situations of which you have no idea. This, of course, the miracles. This mantra is ideal for unraveling the spiritual ego. Oh, because the ego learns spiritual language and then uses it like a bludgeoning object against us. Well, you didn't meditate long enough because you didn't manifest blah, blah, blah. None of that's true. I manifest better than you do. I was like, it's the fucking Olympics. Giving up patterns of avoidance, which water signs have a tendency to. Remember, I'm a Pisces moon. I can swim to the bottom of the Mariana Trench to get away. And being a better receiver. A receiver, receptive, feminine energy, water, Cancerian. Asking for angelic support. I'll tell you that mantra works. I've done it with tears in my eyes, no shit. All tea, all shade, all pink lemonade. Here's what's going to happen next. Hey, Belzy. Leo Kitty. If I have to turn this reading around, I will, young man. Yeah, eat your bits. We have some potential feline intervention in the kitchen. That's when they get a little rambunctious. A blessimation. We're about to do a blessing and a summation, a wonderful word we came up with on Patreon. And then at the end of that, I'll release y'all by setting free the goofy. They told me to slow down in this reading. I don't know if I did, but do my best because I love my crab cakes. I really, really do. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. as I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine, for the Cancerian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers watching this video, receiving this reading, may they be blessed with all that they need. This beautiful new full October, November 2022, that they ask for angelic support, that their angels respond to them when they are open and authentic about how they feel, and they don't got to take a bath or, you know, do yoga or anything. They're just in the moment, in the car, eyes open, scream it, they'll hear it, and they will swoop in, being authentic about who they are. They're being asked to be authentic about what they feel and what they want, and certainly calling in the angels anyway. Might as well call in specifically the angels of spiritual growth, because it's helping everybody, and it could be delayed but not prevented. Why delay? It makes it harder. With that carnelian energy of calm and creativity and healing and all of that stuff, in a healthy way of them moving this stuff through them in some creative way into physical form, sculpture. Yeah, vacuum. Some Cancerians are into that, right? Making your house the palace, the temple you want it to be, they want it to be, so that they can plant the seed and gently wax their heart's desires, which require trust. That they are safe. They are secure. In love may they trust. May their faith endure. For the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. So let it be. So it is. That was tender. Wasn't that tender? That was tender. Did you like it? Well, tender a like on the video and help the other crab cakes and cross watchers find it, right? We all need to find something solid to trust in, and usually that's within and higher up. And if you want more of me here on YouTube and you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe. I'm a little naughty. I'm a lot of fun, though. Ask anybody who really knows me. And certainly, if you want the deeper dive, more magic, more miracles, more mysticism, more Mal, come Patreon on Patreon. We're having so much fun over there, really seriously. And if you are a creative type, I highly recommend it for you. A wonderful way to get support from people who actually want your creativity. And you want to monetize it, and they pay you once a month, and it's pretty kick-ass. And they're always adding new features now. I love it so much. So, more magic, more miracles, more mysticism, more Mal, come Patreon with Patreon, the Archangel Lyons, Angelo Lyons, blah, 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 blah. Mal. Alright, thank you so much for watching. You want to book me for a private reading? There is a link in the description box. Booking a reading with Mal explains everything you really ever wanted to know about booking a reading with Mal, but perhaps we're afraid to ask, because, you know, you can be a little shy and reserving until the mood swings the other way. But I love you. I love you, and I'm wishing you all the very, very best, and the very, very blessed, my beloved crab cakes, my cardinal waters, my fourth housers home. Hang in there. Do it. Find your trust. Trust. Hail. Farewell. And blessed, blessed be.